Greetings, my sweaty nerdlings. My name is Zach, and I'm taking you through the recap this week of all the top stories from Cinelinx.com. This week, we're talking about Josh Brolin Pictures as Cable. We're also talking about a new Dark Tower TV series, because the movie didn't do too well. Not at all. Also, we're talking about 13 new anime Netflix series. Right after Castlevania, they're like, let's just keep this hype train going. New hardware for esports players with SteelSeries. We're gonna talk about that. Starting off the recap this week, recently pictures were released of Josh Brolin as Cable. Last week we got Domino. This week we have Cable. I'm really excited to see when we're gonna see a trailer for Deadpool 2. You know, another little teaser. I really don't count the one that we got with Logan as much as a teaser. It's just a promotional spot of, hey, you're watching Logan? Remember, Deadpool 2's going to be out. It's going to be out, guys. Get hyped. Well, I've never been more hyped than I am right now. Earlier, I saw some renderings as Brad Pitt as Cable. Now I get to see Josh Brolin as Cable. This is absolutely fantastic, and I'm super psyched. They gave him a way less futuristic look and more of just a cyborg, grungy, I hate life, angry grandpa look. And it looks absolutely fantastic. They're going to maybe take less of the futuristic look of Cable and just give him more of the hardcore, Soldier 76, I'm an old grandpa soldier. I don't know how much of the future stuff from with Cable is going to play into this, if he's going to play he's a part of the Summers family at all, or if that's really going to be a big part of this film. But hopefully we'll get to see some other mutant powers from Cable and not maybe just a Clint Eastwood with an arm. Hopefully they do tie him more and weave him into the X-Men universe. But if they don't, hopefully we just get great dialogue and some great stuff between him and Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. Next up, we have a Dark Tower television series. Right now, the state of Dark Tower stuff is all over the place. We know as fans that they're fantastically written books and a great series that's been adapted through Marvel Comics, through art, and several different forms of media. Now, the movie itself didn't do too well in the box office, and critic reviews pretty much just punched it in the face and dragged it out to the parking lot and left it there to die. If I had just, say it in a nicer way, I don't think I could. But that's probably why now it's being reported on Cinelinx that they are looking to be able to move this to a television series. So make sure you guys go to Cinelinx to check out all the details of that. Next up, we have 13 new animes coming from Netflix. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole list and spoil everything for you, but we have several of the new trailers up on Cinelinx.com, and the one that I'm most excited for is a reboot of the Zodiac Knights. What are the Zodiac Knights, you might ask? I don't remember. I was 8, but I remember I'm hyped as heck to watch them right now. Obviously, it's powers. Kids and people get powers based off the Zodiac symbols, and then from there, they have different characteristics, and they're here to save the universe. Now, as a huge Super Sentai fan, the newest Power Rangers iteration, which also Netflix has the rights for right now, when it comes to Super Sentai to Power Rangers, their powers are also based off Zodiac symbols in the new series. So I don't know if that would be confusing for fans, or if people really care, or if people that watch anime really watch Power Rangers. But it's interesting enough to see. Make sure you guys go to Cinelinx to see the full list and several other trailers of 13 new animes that are coming out on Netflix. Obviously, this is a huge push from, their success with Voltron and their huge critic reviews from Castlevania. And hopefully, if we're lucky, they're not going to just release 3 episodes or 2 episodes. Netflix, stop messing with my mind, buddy. I want a full season. A full season's like a full full deck of 12 episodes, 22 episodes. Let's go. Now, this might be because Netflix kind of wanted to test the grounds with original anime, and hopefully now they'll kind of jump into it in production and give us a little bit more. We have Ubisoft's they released some new character descriptions, some new gear, and you guys have to go to Cinelinx to check it out. But the thing that I'm most excited for was the new Knight Assassin combo, and then the new hybrid Viking Highlander dude. I haven't been able to pick up this new release from Ubisoft yet. or play any past iterations, but I'm really excited as I see more gear and more character descriptions come out, because as they diverse the lore of the game and add new characters that we might be able to attach to, that's really exciting. So make sure you guys go to Cinelinks to see the full description of the gear and everything released for Glory. Next up for computer hardware, which I always get rock hard for, is that we have a new mouse through SteelSeries. Now, a lot of companies have been coming out and pushing their new mice. We had an Omen with their new mouse, we had HyperX. Well, SteelSeries has always been one to stay on top of the game, ahead of Corsair and everyone else, of being the end-all be-all of mice. And this might be their next stake in the ground of saying we are the #1 esports mouse out there. They're coming out with the Rival, and they're also coming out with the Sensei 310. The biggest thing about these mice is that they're promising is a better optical sensor. Obviously, they're promising if you have a better optical sensor, you can get more headshots. They're promising less shutter and less drag on the mouse overall. So you aren't going to be a better player because of this. That's actually what they promised in the promo. Like, if you suck, you suck at gaming. This isn't going to give you a handicap if you suck. But if you're a good player, this is what's going to make you better. Because how many times do you just line up a headshot, but because of shutter on the mouse or your optical's off, or you have like a Cheeto stuck under your mouse pad that throws off your whole game? That's what I use as an excuse. Now this will make it a little more precise in order to be able to get the shots that you need for first-person shooters, most likely. I don't know if this will adapt to MOBAs, but with everything going on with Overwatch and CSGO, this might be the perfect mouse for first-person shooter esports players. Obviously now also with Quake and Quake Champions coming out, this might be the mouse you need to grab. It is really cool though, like the quick wheel, like the click wheel that's like right here. This is like dumb, like bumps, like a braille blind, like a blind. But what they have on the new SteelSeries, which I thought was really cool, it looks like a tire tread. So it's like, I'm gonna go fast. So make sure you guys check out the full description of the gear and the press release from SteelSeries on Cinelinks.com. Anyways, that's a recap for you this week, Sweaty Nerdlings. Make sure you guys go to Cinelinks.com, feast on the little tidbits that I gave you to see the full stories and articles. Also, make sure you guys come back here next week for next week's recap, and make sure to like and subscribe to this video. See you guys next week.